And here are the crypto top headlines. First up, jury hears Sam Bankman-Fried's testimony. A lot of people got hurt. Next, crypto lawmakers call for swift DOJ investigation into Binance and Tether. Also, Bitcoin 2-year reliance on equities ends as BTC hits 17-month high of 35,116. Welcome to Crypto Top Headlines, where there's no clickbait thumbnails or titles, and no speeches on my opinions, just bringing crypto's news to you. We are a new channel here on YouTube, and would greatly appreciate it if you would click on the like and subscribe buttons, as well as the notification bell. It does help support the channel, so thank you in advance for doing so. Now, on to these headlines. Our first top headline, jury hears Sam Bankman-Fried's testimony. A lot of people got hurt. The former FTX CEO returned to the witness stand to present his testimony to a jury of 12 people as the criminal trial began to reach its final stages. Defense attorneys representing Sam SBF Bankman-Fried questioned the former FTX CEO before a jury for the first time as they prepared to rest their case. According to reports from the New York courtroom on October 27th, Bankman-Fried denied defrauding FTX customers and taking their funds while leading the crypto exchange. The former CEO reportedly said he knew basically nothing about digital assets when launching crypto hedge fund Alameda Research. FTX declared bankruptcy, said SBF in response to a question from his lawyer, Mark Cohen. A lot of people got hurt. Cohen questioned SBF about Alameda's operations in Hong Kong, asking how he believed risk at FTX could have potentially affected the hedge fund. At the center of allegations against Bankman-Fried are claims he directed efforts that resulted in Alameda using FTX customer funds without their knowledge. He faces 7 criminal charges in his current trial. Alameda was a market maker for FTX, said Bankman-Fried, according to reports from the courtroom. If an account went negative, we'd start selling off, but if late, we had backstop liquidity. SBF added, over the objection of prosecutors, we increased the number of servers for the risk engine, but we learned that if there was an enormous liquidation of Alameda or any other large account, it would be catastrophic for FTX. According to Bankman-Fried, he told former FTX Chief Technology Officer Gary Wang to stop such liquidations of Alameda's account, also suggesting Wang implemented the allow negative feature without SBF's prior knowledge. Wang testified on October 6th that Bankman-Fried had ordered him and former FTX engineering director Nishad Singh to implement the feature in 2019. At the time of publication, Bankman-Fried had yet to face cross-examination by the U.S. government for his testimony before a jury. Judge Lewis Kaplan had SBF preview his testimony before prosecutors and defense attorneys on October 26th without the jury present. Before October 25th, it was uncertain whether Bankman-Fried would testify in the criminal trial. As prosecutors were preparing to finish questioning the last witness in their case, defense attorneys told Kaplan they were preparing to call only a handful of witnesses, including SBF. The trial is expected to end within a few business days, with prosecutors and defense lawyers delivering closing arguments to the jury. Bankman-Fried is scheduled to face 5 more criminal counts in a second trial expected to start in March 2024. He has pleaded not guilty to all charges in both cases. Our next top headline, pro-crypto lawmakers call for swift DOJ investigation into Binance and Tether. Senators Loomis and Hill push for swift investigation into Binance and Tether for illicit activities. In a surprising development, Senator Cynthia Lummis and Representative French Hill, popular pro-crypto lawmakers, have urged the U.S. Department of Justice to expedite the investigation against Binance and Tether for illicit financial activities. Binance, the largest crypto exchange, and Tether, the biggest stablecoin issuer, have been implicated in a scheme for facilitating terrorist financing. Accusations of alleged terrorist financing. The letter by Senator Lummis comes after some recent reports from the Wall Street Journal alleged that Hamas, Hezbollah, and Palestinian Islamic Jihad have raised over $130 million in crypto. The lawmaker claims Binance and Tether provide resources to back terrorism, violating sanction laws and the Bank Secrecy Act. Senator Cynthia Lummis tweets, "When it comes to illicit finance, crypto is not the enemy. Bad actors are. I sent a letter asking DOJ to finish its investigation and consider criminal charges against Binance and Tether after reports they served as intermediaries for Hamas and engaged in illicit activities." This letter suggests that the financial activities for Hamas have been going on over the last 2 years. The Wall Street Journal alleged that Hezbollah, Hamas, and Palestinian Islamic Jihad have earned funding via crypto since August 2021. Senator Lummis also alleges that Binance has a history of engaging in illicit activities. This letter mentioned a report by Financial Times on October 16th, alleging that Israeli watchdogs ordered the closure of 100 Binance accounts connected to Hamas. It also mentioned an earlier case reported in May when Israeli watchdogs seized over 190 Binance accounts linked to Hamas terrorism between 2021 and 2023. The letter also said, "The fact that Hamas and other terrorist groups have been permitted by Binance to open accounts and conduct business, even after public reporting about the issue, clearly shows that Binance could be providing material support to entities engaged in terrorism under federal law or being willfully blind to the fact that it may be doing so." These lawmakers have called for an accelerated verdict to show the extent of the involvement of Tether and Binance in the cases. Faulty data behind Binance investigation. However, as the senators call for a speedy investigation into Binance, reports indicate that the information backing the calls is inaccurate. For instance, when writing the original report, Wall Street Journal sourced data from Elliptic, a blockchain analysis firm. However, Elliptic just recently rejected the misinterpretation of the data. Misleading figures will inadvertently drive public policy in the opposite direction. Crypto KOLs have criticized journalists and senators for lying about crypto terrorism financing. Binance is already under investigation by regulators and grappling with internal issues such as staff departures and user withdrawal problems. The SEC has reportedly been considering criminal charges against the firm. Tether and Binance claim to have cooperated with watchdogs to curb terrorist financing by banning accounts and even blocking assets. Our next top headline, Bitcoin 2-year reliance on equities ends as BTC hits 17-month high of 35,116. Santiment, a leading crypto behavior analytics platform, has drawn attention to a sign of looming bull market as Bitcoin clinches a 17-month high of 35,116. In a brief insight on X, Santiment compared the price movements of crypto assets Bitcoin and Ethereum to the price actions of gold and the SPDR S&P 500 ETF Trust, an ETF which tracks the performance of the S&P 500. The aim of Santiment's comparison is to assess the degree of price correlation between the crypto market and traditional equities such as the S&P 500. Data from an accompanying chart shows that Bitcoin's recent upsurge might have triggered a significant price decoupling. Bitcoin altcoins engineer rallies. Notably, BTC, ETH, and the S&P 500 had been trading in similar price trajectories over the past months. However, from October 13th, Bitcoin started registering upward movements, with Ethereum following suit. Amid this upward movement in Bitcoin and Ethereum, the S&P 500 dropped further, trading in the opposite direction. Bitcoin was trading between 26,700 and 27,200 as of October 13th. However, the asset broke above the resistance at 27,100 2 days later, tilling the ground for a more substantial rally. The fake news of a spot ETF approval compounded this rally, helping BTC clinch $30,000, but its effect was short-lived as BTC dropped shortly after. 2 days of persistent declines did little to hamper the asset's uptrend as Bitcoin resumed its bullish momentum on October 19th. Bitcoin eventually hit a high of 35,116 as demand escalated. Sentiment confirms that this value was Bitcoin's highest price since May of 2022. Interestingly, Ethereum and the rest of the altcoin market rode on this rally from Bitcoin to register new highs. In particular, Ethereum eventually surged to a high of $1,865 yesterday. Despite a minor rally setback, Bitcoin holds steady above 34,000, while Ethereum continues to defend the $1,700 threshold. Sign of bull market, a major decoupling. Meanwhile, as Bitcoin, Ethereum, and other crypto assets recorded massive gains, the S&P 500 continued to drop. The S&P 500's descent began on October 17th when it traded at $4,373. While Bitcoin rose, the index dropped, collapsing to $4,184 on October 25th, its lowest value since June. The altcoin market also traded in an uptrend, triggering a price decoupling from the S&P 500. Sentiment believes this decoupling is a clear sign of the coming bull market. According to Sentiment, the last time this sort of inverse price movements between equities and crypto occurred was during the 2021 bull run. So this concludes our top headlines. If you haven't already done so, don't forget to click on the like and subscribe buttons, as well as the notification bell. Also, leave your thoughts in the comments and share this video with your friends and family. Thank you all for watching Crypto Top Headlines, bringing crypto's news to you.